Moving on, the organization Rights Group Reporters Without Borders has released the Journalists Report 2014 that draws attention to the ill treatment of journalists in some parts of the world. 66 journalists from the different parts of the world have so far been killed. Here's Biko Rading with more.
Reporters Without Borders RSF has published their report on press freedom in the world, which says 66 journalists have been killed while reporting since the beginning of 2014. The report also says 119 journalists were kidnapped this year, which is 35% up from last year, while 40 journalists are being held hostage.
In 2014, everybody will remember the beheadings of American journalists, but on the whole, 66 journalists have been killed in the course of their jobs in the whole world.
The report was released in front of the Eiffel Tower, where a large container was put with large banners having the name of slain and kidnapped journalists across the world. RSF said the container was to remind people of the ill treatment of journalists around the world and highlight the detention of journalists and officials in Eritrea who are being held and tortured in containers in the desert. Eritrea is labeled by the media watchdog as one of the world's most offenders against human rights, but the Horn of African Nation rejects the allegation. A survey released by the Committee to Protect Journalists CPJ says that Nigeria has also emerged as the topmost place in Africa for journalists after the Federal Republic of Somalia.